Commissioner Denner, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning.
Good morning.
First item is to approve our agenda.
Second.
Moved by Lee, second by Gage, to approve the agenda. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We'll take this time now to have opportunity, public comment from the people in present on the phone. I guess it sounds like it's a pretty quiet day. I guess it doesn't look like anybody's too concerned, so we'll move on. Next item, the Aberdeen Development Corporation presentation.
He was here.
Oh, there they are. There we go.
Good morning.
Morning.
You're right.
Where do you want us?
Good morning.
Stand here.
Hot seat?
Yep.
Yeah, no, sit, stand, whatever. Morning.
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 All right, you want us to just go?
Yeah.
All right, well, first off, I'm Tim Hannigan. I'm the current chair of the board for the Aberdeen Development Corporation, and this is
Yep,
Taylor.
I'm Taylor Hanson, Vice President of Business Development with Aberdeen Development Corporation.
As some of you may know or may not, Mike Bachme, our CEO, is leaving at the end of the year, and I'll be stepping into his place in the fall. So that's why I'm here. So currently the county provides $15,000 of funding to the Development Corporation. We use those funds really to support three of the four pillars of the Development Corporation. Those pillars are recruitment of new businesses to town, support of retention and expansion of existing businesses, and then to help develop entrepreneurship. The fourth pillar is lobbying, and we don't use county funds to lobby due to the potential conflict of interest. With that said, if there are things that the county does want help with in lobbying for, we have done that and would be willing to continue to do that. I believe this year in the legislative session there will be some opportunities for additional funding for things like fairgrounds and new building construction. So we'll definitely be interested in that. Come July, we have our public policy committee. You guys have a seat on that, so we'll start to draft our priorities there and start to work through those things. This year, we are requesting some additional funds. So the request is $25,000. Those funds, additional funds, will help go to our activities to bring in new businesses. Currently, we are working to fill the MFT building and the soon-to-be vacant Banner building. So we want to aggressively pursue candidates there. We have a couple legitimate candidates, but as you know, these things take time, and we don't always bat 100% on those. So we want to be aggressive with those. With that said, the other thing I should mention is we have done a comprehensive survey of the community, both of community and of the business leaders, and identified some things that we're going to continue to work on over time. Things such as there's a need for a desire for a tropical smoothie cafe or a fast food chicken place that we don't have in town. So those are additional things that we are going to continue to work on. So that's what we have. If you guys have any questions, let us know. It's short and sweet.
Congratulations on your new role.
Well, thank you.
What's the start date for that again?
It'll be around October 1st.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
You guys also participated in the survey that was done in conjunction, I believe, with the chamber about
Yep, so
a variety of different needs.
Yep, so that's the one that you referenced. We conducted that, and then we ran it through our office, and so I think had the county involved in that as well, and the city, just to get a full-fledged view from the business community, from the general population, and then we also conducted surveys on campus with seeing we want to retain new graduates, so what are some of the things that they're looking for. So those are the few of the things that we did, and we have reports of those surveys on our website, and then we're always open to sharing kind of those full, long versions with you.
If you want to read all 200 pages, you
Yep.
can, or you can read the summary.
It's a light reading, so.
Well, I've gotten and seen some of the feedback about, for instance, the fair and the fairgrounds and that type of thing. Because that's one thing that we do have that we're responsible for. That's more on the fun side of things as opposed to.
Right. And obviously that's something that we will help support you guys as much as we can, especially from that legislative side. depending on what's gonna be proposed, hopefully there's some options there. But most of that survey will be around things that the ADC will do, and then hopefully it's providing good information for other organizations in the city to go address that the community has identified as a priority.
Good.
Any other questions, Al?
So, just for general information, I happen to know you're heavily involved in the SMIDs, which is a
I
very
am.
good thing for the community as well, so.
Yep, we just met last week.
Uh-huh.
We had a great showing. We won 3 of the 5 of our own tournament this past weekend at the different age groups, so.
That's what Scott was saying, you were doing pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, he said that on the radio.
Well, the horse, that's kind of.
Yeah, the horse.
Yeah, we're really excited, so hopefully
Yeah, I
we
think
can
Mike's.
continue that, yeah.
So anyway, that's worth noting, so.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yep. All right, good.
All right.
Thank you.
Good, thank you very much. Next item, we have Jesse Payson, Jody Hepperly, Behavior, Health, and Addiction Care Services. Discuss the services from Brown County for 2025.
Good
Morning.
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 Hello, thank you for having us this morning.
Well, it's good to have you.
All right, well, we're here again to request your support to help to, I guess, subsidize the financial support that we do receive from, we get some money from the state to help pay for services for individuals who come to us for treatment for alcohol, drug, and gambling addictions. We offer a variety of different services. We kind of reviewed those last year. I can give a high-level review of the services that we offer if you'd like that.
That's all right.
No, okay, so you gotta know what we do.
Yep.
You'll see with the numbers, some of those numbers have stayed the same, some have gone down a little bit. Part of that is due to staffing issues. That's not an issue that's unique to us. We've had some staffing turnover, which impacts the number of referrals that we're able to take. As we get new people hired, it takes a little bit to get them up and running so that we can take more referrals. We also did pause on our residential intensive methamphetamine treatment program. We are just offering that as outpatient currently. We just found some challenges with that, with being in a hospital setting. So we're hoping that we can get that up and running again, perhaps with the changes with our behavioral health unit expansion. But for now, we're just offering that outpatient, so we aren't taking inpatients for that. So any questions that you have about the services that we offer?
Plenty of work to do.
Plenty of work to do, that is for sure. And it can be a tough field to work in, which unfortunately some people find that when they come to work, they're like, oh, that's not quite what I thought that was going to be.
When you try to find help, do you try to stay local, or do you put it nationwide, or how are you trying? Because I realize it's a problem, you can go to Bismarck anywhere, when it's a hospital setting or whatever. It seems like they have beds, but they don't have the staff to have a floor open.
Right.
How does one overcome that? Have you had any success at anywhere, or?
It's also kind of a challenging field. It seems like there aren't as many going into chemical dependency as much as you used to see. I'd say another struggle is a lot of practitioners are going into their own private practice. They have that mental health clinical background, so they're doing mental health counseling, but then they have their license in addiction too, so they can address some of those co-occurring disorders. But as far as recruitment, yeah, we go to Northern, we talk to students who are pursuing futures in counseling, social work, psychology. Also, we do a national advertisement, so to speak, through Indeed and stuff like that. So we've had some candidates, but then you run into licensure issue because they might be licensed in the state of Massachusetts, but now we need to get licensed in the state of South Dakota. So
The educational requirements are pretty stringent. They're not particularly easy work.
Yeah, so we can have people come to work for us and start as an addiction counselor trainee. They have 5 years to complete certain courses and become licensed or certified, so that we can have them start with us if they haven't quite completed all of that coursework, so that's nice. They can work with the board on that. But that can also be a challenge. If they don't have that background, it's tough.
Since they do addiction counseling for drugs, would that be a possibility for the opioid money that?
It depends. we've gotta be able to justify it as some kind of opioid remediation.
Okay.
So if we could get some numbers and then maybe take a portion of that, I don't know how much of your guys' work is related to opioids. But that's a possibility.
I was just wondering.
Yeah, and we've looked at some of those things before, and, you know, there are times that we get some, and we can look at what people's primary diagnosis is when they come in, but, you know, that's not always what the primary thing is there's a mix, but.
I think it's low volume, 'cause that's what's prohibited us from applying for other grants, unfortunately. Well, fortunately.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the opioid money deal is kind of some government money that's really hard to give away.
Yeah.
Because it's about impossible to qualify for. So
Yeah.
Trying to find a home for it is very difficult,
Yeah.
I will
Yep.
say that.
I think you had brought it forward last year.
Yeah, we still have it. I mean, it's piled up, and someday we'll find a use for it, and it sounds like a good program if there was a need.
Rare government money that hasn't been spent yet.
Yeah, it costs more to access than it
Yeah.
Go figure. We appreciate what you do.
Thank you very
Is
much.
your request similar to last year? It doesn't have a stated amount on here.
Yes,
Yes.
the 25,000.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Good, thanks for appearing today.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Did they get 25 last year? Or
Yep. Next on the agenda, we have the public hearing for temporary special event alcohol license for Richmond Lake Association. Anybody to speak of that?
Notice of hearing for temporary special event alcohol license. Notice is hereby given according to South Dakota Codified Law 35-2. A public hearing on the following temporary special event alcohol license application for malt beverage and wine to be used by the Richmond Lake Association will be held on June 11th in the chambers of the Brown County Commissioners in the Courthouse Annex, Brown County, South Dakota, at which time any interested persons wishing to register complaint on their approval may appear. Richmond Lake Association of Aberdeen, South Dakota is for a poker run to be held at the Richmond Pavilion, Richmond Resort, Outlet 2 in the northeast quarter of Section 25, Township 124 North, Range 65 West, Brown County, South Dakota. The special event is effective for July 20th.
I guess I'll make my comment. I kinda jumped the gun on that one. Anybody here to speak of that?
Motion to approve.
Second. Motion by Weiss, second by Gage to approve the alcohol license for the Richmond Lake Association. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next on the agenda, we have the approve and authorize chairman to sign the temporary special event alcohol permit for Stacy Gosman doing business as the Flying Pig.
And this is for Dakota Bank's Employee Appreciation on June 22nd out of the clubhouse.
Anyone here to speak of that? Entertain a motion?
Move.
Second. Moved by Weiss, second by Gage to approve the special event alcohol permit for Stacy Gosman doing business as the Flying Pig. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approve and authorize the advertising of the RFP for the court-appointed attorneys. It was in the packet. Everybody had a chance to read it?
We need to visit a little bit on a couple things. First of all, is how many years you want the contract to be. 2,
Last one
3,
was 2,
4,
right?
5?
We've always done two. Things change among the attorneys. I mean, even in 2 years, we've had 2 attorneys drop out. So I think 52. It'd be nice to go longer, so we didn't have to deal with this as often, but I think that works now.
Sorta.
Well, I surely wouldn't want to go any longer than 3. You know, I think one of the requests was 5. Was did I read 5 in there somewhere? I thought
Yeah,
it was
that's
5.
something we had talked about amongst ourselves.
But
but-
5 to me is way too long, because there's so many things that can happen over a 5-year period that, so the recommendation, you're thinking 2?
I think 2 works about, it's kind of that sweet spot that we've had for many years.
Any other opinions? I mean,
Well, I think we're putting an RFP out there, we can request a proposal from either, right?
Yeah, if we get a proposal for more than 2,
Yeah.
1,
Our preference would be a 2 or a 3-year, and we'd entertain either one, depending on what they come back with terms.
I
so
guess
if we
that does
just
give,
strike the term from it, then
does give some flexibility if you use a 2 or 3.
Can you come up with some verbiage that makes sense with that? I mean, the preference would be 2 or 3, depending on
Okay.
what the interest is as far as multi-year.
Okay,
And then as far as flexibility, since we're on that topic, right now it's set up so it's equal monthly installments. I don't know if the county has an opinion how they get paid amongst themselves. So if we just leave that open, strike equal from section 1, and cut the will be divided among the attorneys in equal amounts off the end of section 2. Then we might get a proposal where, some of the senior attorneys that handle some of the heavier cases or a higher volume of cases, could be compensated as such, but that would be left for them to work out.
So by changing that verbiage, that gives them the flexibility to change that rather than dictating them equally pay out.
And I don't know if that's a headache from the auditor standpoint. I mean, we can do a payment schedule just like we did last
yeah,
time.
that's fine.
It would make sense that the ones that do the load work would get greater pay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's like you said, we don't decide that, it'd be up to them.
Yep, and that's something they might have to work with the judges on for assigning cases, but
Yeah, you guys all seen the spreadsheet we came up with, right? On what they submitted and what's been paid out?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anything wrong with not putting that, not putting it in there.
Okay.
I don't know anybody else's thoughts, but I think that
May or may not provide some more interest. Fine with me.
Alright, we will make those changes and then we will get it sent out.
And then I did speak with Tom Cogley. He thought July 1st was enough time to get any proposal put together.
All right, you need a motion to that effect? Move.
Second.
moved by Weiss, second by Denner, to approve and authorize the advertising of the RFP for court-appointed attorneys. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Since the state's taking care of that for us.
Next on the agenda, we have the consent calendar.
Approval of the general meeting minutes of June 4th.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Weiss, second by Gage, to approve the general meeting minutes June 4th. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Approval of the primary election canvass of June 7th.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Denner, second by Gage, to approve the primary election canvass of June 7th. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Claims.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Gage, second by Denner, to approve the claims. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
HR report.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Weiss, second by Gage, to approve the HR report. All. Guess I wanted to move right on to the next one.
No.
I haven't done this for a while.
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
On a roll.
Lease agreement.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Dennett, second by Weiss, to approve the lease agreements. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Landfill tonnage report for May.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Gage, second by Weiss, to approve the landfill tonnage report. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Travel request.
Moved.
Second.
Moved by Dennett, second by Weiss, to approve the travel request. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Any other business to become the core of the Brown County Commission this morning?
I do have a question for you guys.
Hey, Commissioner Feldon,
Yes.
this is Dirk Rogers of Brown County Highway.
Well, good morning, Dirk.
I just wanted to make a quick comment. No one has to say anything, but when I'm sitting here and the requests are already coming in, I'm actually in my house, or in my office. That's a nice background I accidentally put in there.
That's nice.
But, you know, I know you're not working on budget stuff directly yet, and I do have an appointment already. But for a little perspective, I put in what I thought was a little aggressive, but a reasonable, work program for 25, and it was $15 million. And then I took $2 million out, which is all road work. I mean, there's no slack in there. And I realize the commission is gonna have a pretty hard go this year, because you're gonna get back to where we were like 7, 8 years ago, and you're trying to decide between people and doing road work. So, you know, I personally benefited from both of the people that came in for requests today, so I very much respect, you know, I respect those things, but we're gonna be in a real tough spot here going forward, and I'm not trying to be all sad and sorrowful, but please keep that in mind. I'm sending in a budget that's been pre-cut, and I'm pretty much assuming it's gonna get cut some more. So just keep all those things in mind, as please do, as you're working your way through all these other requests. That stuff tomorrow, or that stuff this morning will, you know, won't pave a lot of roads, maybe get a mile of a micro out of that amount, but, I'm just saying, I do have pretty grave concerns, and I apologize I haven't come in and run out the new road program, because Scotty got it in the paper already. But I'll probably tie that in with my budget meeting here in a couple weeks. So that was just some comments I wanted. Thank you for the time.
Thanks, Dirk. I understand your concerns.
Thanks, Dirk.
That leads me into my question. Start budgets next week. The workshops, you guys wanna follow right after the meetings, or do you wanna go like in the afternoon with those?
Right after. You're gonna mess up the morning.
Okay.
Mess it up.
Okay.
Thanks for asking.
Yep.
Anything else? We've had a request to go into exec for personnel. Anything for legal or contracts?
Potentially.
Joey? Okay. Motion to go into exec.
Move. Second.
Moved by Weiss, second by Gage, to go into exec. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are in exec.
Have a good day.
We are out of exec with no action taken. Is there anything else to come before the commission this morning? If not, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Moved.
Second.
Moved by Dennett, second by Weiss, to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We are adjourned.